Hello, friends. Today, our story is I Read Signs. This is an extra special book because this person isn't an author. This person's not an illustrator. Tana Hoban is a photographer. The only thing we will see in our book today are pictures of signs. You have this book at home. We sent it with you this week so that you can look at it as well. Let's open it up and see what we can find inside. Come in. We're open. You might have seen this sign on a door somewhere. It says open. It means that a business is open and you can go inside. Walk. Don't walk. These help you know if you can cross the street. If I see a sign that says walk, that means I can cross the street. If it says don't walk, that means it's not safe to cross the street and we have to wait for the cars to stop before we can cross the street. This one has two signs. It says school, speed limit 15. That means cars can only drive 15 miles per hour on the street because there is a school. You have to be extra careful around a school because there might be kids walking and we don't want anyone to get hurt. This sign over here says playground. That's also something that warns people that there might be kids around and they need to slow down and be careful. Beware of, this word says dog. Dog. Beware of dog. That means they might have a dog that could be dangerous, so be careful by that sign. This says exit only, do not enter. It means you can't go that way. Have you ever seen a sign around your house that says do not enter? I've seen many here in Bellevue before. These signs all say the same thing. They say no parking, fire lane. That means it's a place that needs to be kept open in case firefighters need to come. This one says fire hose. That way that you would know where to go if you need a fire hose. This one says railroad crossing. That means it's a place where the train crosses a road. So the railroad goes across the road. We have railroad crossings here in Bellevue. Do you live near a train track? It's very important to be very careful around the train track so you don't get hurt. This says taxi. A taxi is something someone can ride in if they don't have a car to get where they need to go. You can pay someone to drive you where you need to go in a taxi. Ooh, danger. Keep out. That means you should not go where this sign is. It's dangerous. I bet lots of you know what this sign is. We have lots of these here in Bellevue. When you're driving in a car, when you're riding down the street, you have to stop at this sign. We use some of those signs in our classroom as well to know when you have to stop. No left turn. That means you can't turn left. And here is a traffic light. Right now it is red. It has other colors that light up too. Red means stop. Keep right. That means you have to stay to the right. Oh, this has an arrow and it says exit. If you ever see a sign that says exit with an arrow, the arrow is pointing which direction you need to go to exit the room or the building. This one says no standing. That doesn't mean you can't stand there on your feet. That actually means you can't just sit in your car there because it is a place for the bus to go. Ooh, this says pitch in. What do you think that means, to pitch in? Look at the picture. Does the picture tell us something? I see a person throwing something into a garbage can. I think that this means you should pitch in and clean up, pitch your things in the garbage. Here's a sign that says people working, and there's a person here working on that sign. That helps us to be safe when there are people working because we don't want anyone to get hurt. And it warns people who are driving that there might be people on the road, so they need to be careful. These are signs are the same shape. They're both squares turned on their point. This one says hill. This one says bump. So this is telling you there's a hill, and this one's telling you there's a bump. Here it says caution, watch for children. I think this is telling you there might be kids playing. Here it says there's a detour, which means a different way around. Sometimes you might have to take a detour if there's a road closed and you have to go a different way. Here it says bike route. That's a place where you can ride your bike. It's showing you what direction to go to ride your bike. You can go either way on that road. Here it says low flying planes. And I see a plane here in the background. No smoking. That's a place you cannot smoke. Dead end. It means you can't get out there. The car cannot get out. It means that if you go down that road, to get out, you have to go back the way you came. Oh, this one says push. And this one says, this one says pull. And this one says push. So this one, you pull the door, and this one, you push the door. And the last sign here says, sorry, we're closed. So the first sign we saw said, we're open. This one says we're closed. That means that the business is closed and you have to come back another time. Have you seen any of these signs in your neighborhood? Take a look at our small group video, our activity for today, and Miss Michelle will explain how you can use this book for your activity.